rushing for over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. But when the New York Giants selected him in the first round of the 1952 draft, his teammates were not ready to embrace the glamour boy, whose good looks had won him parts in movies while he was still in college.
I was out of the ordinary because I was from California, and my nose wasn't broken. I had all my teeth. I paid an enormous price for it, too, on the football field. I did within the Giants itself in the early days until I proved that I could hit back as well as I could be hit.
As a rookie, Gifford played several positions, including defensive back. In 1954, his third season, Gifford evolved into a triple threat under the Giants' new offensive coach, Vince Lombardi.
I could still see him running the halfback option. He did that as well as anybody.
In 1956, Gifford averaged the NFL's MVP as the Giants won the league championship. But it was a moment 4 years later that would define his career. November 20th, 1960, Yankee Stadium. The Giants were driving in the final 2 minutes, 10 to the Eagles. On third down, Gifford caught a pass that was slightly behind him.
As soon as he caught it, picture a Mack truck hitting a Volkswagen head-on. I hit him up in the chest. The ball flew out of his hands. His head snapped.
His eyes was back in his head, and he was shaking, and he was white. And so and Greer and the defense, I said, hey, Frank's dead.
Gifford spent 10 days in the hospital. He retained no memory of one of the most memorable hits in pro football history.
I don't really know how seriously I was hurt. The one thing that always bothered me about the injury was I don't think it certainly should not define either one of our careers.
3 months after the hit, Gifford announced his retirement. And after sitting out the 1961 season, the 8-time Pro Bowler was back in a Giants uniform the following year.
I missed it. I knew that I could play. I had more football I wanted to get out of my system. I loved playing in New York. I went back and I played 3 more years.
Bright and well-spoken, Gifford became the guy in the big city. At some of New York's most famous watering holes, Gifford dined with the likes of Ernest Hemingway, Ava Gardner, and Frank Sinatra.
And he was the first one that they said, you know what? Boy, this guy could sell. This guy could sell cigarettes. This guy could sell tight jeans. This guy could sell anything.
Here's Frank Gifford, all-pro halfback.
Hey, Joe, are you still using that greasy kid stuff on your hair? What else? Vitalis. That's what else.
His Madison Avenue success led to his career on air, working first for CBS before joining Howard Cosell in 1971 on ABC's Monday Night Football.
When you hear Frank Gifford, just hearing his voice, automatically you say Monday Night Football.
Quite frankly, I've been waiting for this game for a long time. We are ready to go.
He remained a fixture at ABC until 1998.
Hello again, everyone, and it's nice to be back in frigid New York after another trip to the Bahamas.
Welcome to the finals of the Superstars.
This is a great moment. I love it.
Frank was always the star to me. He was there before me. My respect for what he had been through and what he brought with him to New York City and how he performed. Hey, he's a legend to me.